Hey, you say it, I say it. Hello, peeps. Hello, peeps. It's good to be back. David, I am home. I'm back. I'm back in my uh, fortress of solitude, my sanctum sanctorum, my home, not away from home. I was in a home away from home. Oh my God. Being in a hotel was fun. Carol, yes, good to see you. I am back. Being in a hotel was fun, in the sense that it's a thing that I used to do all the time, be in a hotel. Sharon, welcome aboard. Hey. So I used to be in hotels all the time, and I used to look forward to traveling out of town to be in a hotel. It was my home away from home. I probably spent a third of my career, my life, in hotels for 3 decades. And so it's been weird to not be going to do gigs. It's been weird to not be in hotels. It's been weird to not be on airplanes. You were hoping the show would be from the pickup truck. Well, the truck is in the driveway, so maybe when we sign off, I can take the rig out into the street and we can say hi from the driveway. You can see the pickup truck. I'm back from Omega Man Land. Rich, welcome aboard. Jen, good to see you, Jen. Oh my God, I don't know what to tell you. I had a job, Jen, and now I don't have a job. See Kevin. Hello. Hello. Bet I'm off to buy the truck decision plan, Scott. Well, I don't know about that. I would say I'm not off the buy a truck. I like the idea of a van still, although I'm entertaining the idea of a truck to tow another camper, or the idea of some kind of truckish, like a Pathfinder with a camper thing on top. I'm not off that idea. I'm a little bit off hotels right now. I was at the Hyatt Regency in San Francisco, which is a nice hotel. The bed was nice. My room was lovely. The staff was terrific, but there was, they have a little overpriced Starbucks kind of in the lobby. It's not a Starbucks, but they have Starbucks coffee, and then they have, you can buy two hard-boiled eggs in a plastic container. Idiotic. They peel the eggs and then put them in a plastic thing. But then that's the only food available at the hotel. There's no room service. There's no restaurant. The bar is not open. You can buy a pint of whiskey at the Starbucks convenience store, and the Starbucks convenience store at the hotel is only open from 6:30 a.m. until 10:30, 11, and then it reopens from 5 to 7 p.m. And that's it. That's the only food available in the hotel. And this is right at the end of Market Street, down by the Ferry Building in San Francisco. If you're not familiar, it's kind of the apex of downtown, end of the road before you fall into the bay, underneath the Bay Bridge, and not the Golden Gate Bridge. And so that's the part of San Francisco called the Financial District, and it's all big office buildings, and there's nobody down there, and nothing is open, and businesses are closed. So it's pretty ghost towny. So that was weird. But the shows were great. Ghost towny. Look who's here, everybody!
Hello.
It's Lady Jerry.
Yep, Lady Jerry, backing it up in the wheelchair. Just a slightly. I'm just gonna give it a. I want to just get close to you, darling. So I'm just gonna. There we go. Nice and hunt us.
Jen says, "Shut up! You still have a job. Your job could go on forever." Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that, Jen. I have a job, but oh God, that's the other thing that I did while I was up in San Francisco. I was the place where I was staying, that Financial District. That's where the Punchline is in San Francisco.
Was it depressing? You walked past the Punchline to see no one there?
Yeah, I walked over. You could see in the front door. The front door has a little vestibule where they have the metal detector that you have to go through, that they put outside, and then they have the souvenir hoodie that you can buy, and then a little kind of marquee thing, but there's nobody in there. And I went to walk around the front of the club, and some other kind of sketchy guy came the other way past me, and then I was going to go back. There's a there's a stairway back down to the street on the other side.
Yeah, I know that one.
And when I got back over there, I realized it was a dead end. And that sketchy homeless guy who had just come past me out of there knew that I was heading into a dead end, and I kind of started to get worried that he was going to be behind me now and corner me. It was a little scary. Nothing bad happened.
So, Keys thinks with all your gig money, we could get some better chairs than the. Jake loves this wheelchair. The other thing about it is it's really old school, like, and it doesn't even have the thick things for your feet to go on. So yeah, could we have an upgrade of the? I know we got this from our dear friend Emery, but maybe
I don't know. When you say could we have an upgrade, Lady Terry, you're sitting in the nice chair. You can't have this chair. Would you want to switch and sit on that thing?
I'll sit on the wooden stool
because
and I'll be taller than you.
I gave you this because I thought you liked that more, but you can
I
sit
don't
on
know.
this.
Keys
I like
is
the
just
configuration. I like to be on that side because that's where all the
fart
Mr.
machines
Predicto
are.
and the fart machine
I'm
is.
in charge of Mr. Predicto. Okay.
Yeah, ask it a
All
question.
Right. Mr. Predicto, will the air be decent tomorrow in Southern California?
It is a certainty.
Oh, thank God, because I am so sick
When's it going to be decent? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I asked tomorrow.
Great. You have to ask another.
The answer cannot be found at this moment.
Oh,
just
I
keeps
touched
going.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay, I'm you with Mr. Predicto. I'm not as good as you.
It's
Yeah,
not-
owner-operator, first time. She's having an epic fail. She got 2 answers
That
at once.
wasn't an epic fail.
No,
It's
that was,
just
I know, it was a fucking minor fail as far as I'm concerned. I thought it was pretty good. So, we've been having, unhealthy for sensitive groups, and that happens to be, I don't know if you're watching Ed, because I know your wife is very sensitive to the bad air as well, but for Nuno and I, we get headaches. On Monday, my eyes were, hurting. There's a fire down in, around Irvine, and 90,000 people had to be evacuated from their homes, but it makes the air super yucky. And then I was going to go surfing yesterday, and Fanuna said, you better not if the weather's bad. I don't have basketball practice. And I said, okay, look, Fanuna. And she also wanted me to wake her up because she prefers to be woken up by a human than by an alarm clock. So I said to her,
nice.
it's a sort of, exactly. So sweetly wake up, darling, instead of, brah. So I said to her, look, I will check the weather. No, the air quality when I get up, and if it's shite, I won't go down to El Porto and surf. And I woke up and it was shite, so I didn't go and surf, and I got to wake her up, and I had to sleep in, and she was totally great.
What a great story. I
think it was spot on. But I need to just tell you one thing.
I just want to clarify a couple of things that happened.
Okay. Because I just came in and started interrupting.
Yeah. So the punchline that I was saying earlier, Rich, is the comedy club in San Francisco. It's called the San Francisco Punchline. It's the comedy club I work. Yeah, somebody was asking me to do the fart machine. It's fun, isn't it? See?
I'm not. It's just as long as you hold your finger down.
It's fun. See, it's fun when you're in charge, isn't it? Man.
I know, and I've only
found your thrill. You really found your thrill.
I moved to the
You're
left-hand
with
seat.
delight right now.
Well, that's me because I'm laughing and it brings blood to my face because I've got very good blood flow. Oh my God! I should not laugh at this thing because that's
you're
pathetic.
just instigating.
Oh
it.
God!
So Jen is saying she just got ass raped by a church $35 pumpkin. Those church pumpkins are expensive, huh, Jen? That's because I don't know why that is. I drove by a corn maze, but I didn't have time because I was trying to get back for the show.
Oh.
Could have gone to the corn maze.
Oh, you could have. Well, it'd be more fun to go with people, wouldn't it, than by yourself?
Yeah.
Be running around finding other people you don't know in the. You're not in my pod. What are you doing in my corn maze? I mean, are they socially distanced in there?
I didn't stop, so I don't know, but I
Right.
doubt it.
Well, you should have.
They're out there in that
Should know.
Non-socially distanced part of the area. See, it is fun, isn't it?
Okay, it's really pathetic. I don't. Yeah, no, it's now that I mean, they're pretty good farts that the fart machine does. I have to say. They've got, they're on a few. How's the fun meter? Well, of course, Jake just always has it at high. He's a total cheat. I mean, I'm going to start it out.
No, it varies sometimes. It varies sometimes.
Grabbing it out of my hands.
Well, I don't want you to spoil it. A lot of people think this is hooked up to something. So, I mean,
it is. There's an invisible wire. It goes,
Yeah, this thing detects fun. And now that I'm back home around you,
we'll be having more fun.
Fun meter is up.
Yeah, fun meter's definitely up for Jake. It's not so.
You're not having fun right now?
I am.
Come on.
Come on. I didn't say I wasn't. I'm just talking about you. I like to talk
Sue
about.
says the corn maze by her is closed. She's kind of bumming out. I was thinking, oh, you know what would be awesome is if you could have someone go through the corn maze with the mask on. Just have somebody go through the corn maze with a camera strapped to their chest, and you could say go left, go right. And then I realized, you know what? There's probably some online corn maze that we could all go to, and
Virtual corn maze.
I expect somebody else to be putting that in here any moment.
So, Gail, up in Canada, where you've got the nice clean air and very little COVID, yes, we would like you to adopt us. If we don't go to New Zealand, we'd like Gail to adopt us. Where are you in Canada? Is there an ocean near you? Are you on the West Coast? Because I'd like to be on the West Coast,
Canada's
Vancouver
big.
Island.
There's even a coast on the top now of Canada.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, and it's getting bigger all the time because the ice is melting.
You can go watch some sad polar bears.
Oh, I don't want to see sad polar bears. I want to see happy polar bears.
Yeah. Don't
Anyway.
get too close to happy polar bears or you're going to be happy polar bear lunch. That's all I can say.
Would they not just take one bite of me and realize that I wasn't there? No, that's not true. They wouldn't realize I wasn't their meal. They eat anything. They eat garbage. Well, they're hungry, so they're eating a lot of stuff.
Polar bears are the one of the few animals that'll just track human beings and kill them, hunt them.
And eat them.
Eat them.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay.
Rachel says she went to a corn maze on one of her kids' field trips and thought she would never get out. Had to go rogue and tear your way out. Oh
my God.
You're
Who's
persona
that?
non grata at the corn maze. That's Rachel, who's really normally a very
I love
well-behaved,
that story.
nice person. I love you. I love the idea of you, Rachel, panicked, tearing your way out of a corn maze. Like, let me out of here.
I'm going to burn a hole in it so I can get out now. I'm freaked out. And then you burn the whole thing up. Hey, so crisis averted with Fanula's Spanish class. It was a misunderstanding with the teacher, so her grades back up to super high. You know, Fanula thought she got a zero on
thought
something.
she got a zero, but how could she get a zero?
No, because she handed it in.
She did something. I mean, if you turn something in, I think
you'd get a 1. Anyway, she's back up, so that's back up. And then she had to show me. I was like, no, I'm going to go do the show with Dad. And she's like, no, I just have to show you this TikTok one more time. And I didn't realize Aunt Polly from Peaky Blinders she's what are the nasty family called in Harry Potter? They've got blonde hair. You know, Draco Malfoy, the Malfoy. So is it Marissa Malfoy? No. Can someone please tell me in the comments what was...
Miss Polly is in Harry Potter.
Aunt Polly is the Draco Malfoy mum in Harry Potter. You know, she has the brown hair and the blonde hair, so she can fit in with everyone else in the family who's completely just white hair, blonde hair. But what's her... it's not Marissa... It's something M, though, Malfoy. I remember her name. I could be wrong. Someone's going to correct me who's a Harry Potter expert.
She was in Toronto, which I really like.
I like Toronto, yep.
But she's moving to Winnipeg.
Oh, very cold, but
Winnipeg.
Warm peeps.
Yeah, that's where
warm peeps, and you just have to go around with your hand in their armpits all the time, so you hope they're warm.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, theirs are sweaty.
A little bit sweaty.
But in Winnipeg, you just go right up to someone and put your arms into their pits, your hands, because it's so cold.
Or your face, you just go face.
Well, I don't know that I do face.
Yeah.
Because that, you've got slightly damp underarms, but imagine if it was really stinky and you've got your nose right in there. That's not fun. So,
Scott says his niece may have an eidetic memory. She looked at the map for the Vacaville corn maze and walked them out. Others have called 911. Wow, that Vacaville, they're not messing around. There is a prison in Vacaville, so they're quite good at maybe the corn mazes. I'm not sure. Rich's wife is Canadian and Filipino. They can visit us in Canada and New Zealand. Nice. Well,
good.
That's great.
Yeah, well, Jake, if we go to New Zealand, Jake will want you all to come and visit us because he thinks it's going to be very lonely in New Zealand. You know, those 4.5 million people, they're not going to cut it. He's going to need you guys to come. So we'll let you know where we are, which pine tree we're near, number 49 or number...
Don is asking a question. If you light a fire in a corn maze, will it make popcorn? No, do not light a fire in a corn maze, Don.
No. I think all the little kernels, they're out.
It'll make murder, Don. It'll make murder. All right. All right. I'm scrolling down.
That's
love the
nice.
show, helps the sanity. Yeah. Thank you, Daryl.
I like Rich's one. Police in Canada just found $150 million worth of pot, was it? And that seems like a lot of pot, but 3 kangaroos, which is really, $150 million in pot and 3 kangaroos at a house. Go Canada. That is super sexy.
Sue said they have helpers in the corn maze she goes to so you don't get lost, and there's checkpoints every time you make it to a checkpoint. You get a shot,
Oh, wow.
not a vaccination.
Yeah. No, this year it's going to be the
No, you just get to
coronavirus.
fire a gun into the corn maze. It just adds the level of anxiety in the corn maze. Bang!
Yeah, you hope that you're not, Well, Sue, when everything's over, maybe we can come and stay with you and do the corn maze with you, because that would be fun, right?
See, you like the fart machine now that you
I
got
like
the
being in
button.
control. I mean, that's all it is. I
Yeah.
just want to be in control.
Welcome aboard.
Just give me some stuff to be in control of.
Oh, Gail
Shall we-
says Winnipeg is her hometown. She's moving back to take care of her aging parents.
Didn't Nigel have stories about a crazy big mall in Winnipeg? Scary. Nigel is from near there, right? He's from somewhere really cold. I want to ask Mr. Predicto another question because I'm in the hot
The
seat.
Crazy Big Mall is in not in Winnipeg. It's in it's near, not in Calgary either. It's Edmonton.
And this is the biggest mall in the world, or was the Mall of America the biggest mall?
Mall
in
of
the world?
America is biggest, but this mall is almost as big as that.
Right. Acres and acres of mall.
So someone asked earlier where the best hotel I've ever been in, and I have to say it must have been on that trip with Russell Peters. The place we stayed in Hong Kong was unbelievable. I'd have to go get the list of all the hotels.
You stayed in a pretty amazing one in Singapore. He was in the one with the cigar hotel on the top of the building.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
was in the Marina Bay Sands, but
Yeah.
we were in the JW Marriott, which was also unbelievable.
So what was funny was when Jake... Oh, had you finished? Or had I interrupted?
Well, all of those hotels were so great. They were so great. They would be like where Four Seasons would sort of be, an American Four Seasons would kind of be, that'd just be average for the hotels that we stayed in on tour with Russell Peters. That guy is all class. I can say that about him.
I got to stay at a Four Seasons in Washington with you once when you did the Bob Newhart Mark Twain prize. That was really nice. I liked when they put the little towel out that you put the little mat for your feet and your slippers by the bed. I thought that was a nice touch.
So Keys just reserved from the library Decline of Western Civilization, a documentary about the punk scene. So Decline of Western Civilization is directed by Penelope Spheris, and I was sharing with you the other day that Penelope Spheris, who directed Decline of Western Civilization, her mother used to tend bar at the Circle Bar when it was a
you
dive
said that.
bar.
You told us.
And you would go in there, and she was just this awesome cantankerous kind of lady.
Well, I need to watch that because I want to interview Vivienne Westwood, who dressed the Sex Pistols for my TV show, and so I've put her down on one of the pilots because she's also a crazy crusading not only fashionista but also planetista. She's really into saving the planet and making clothes. I mean, it's kind of funny for a designer. This is your outfit and you're going to wear it every single day because we need to save the planet.
Well, I've decided I've got to take my fashion up, and I'm wearing one of the complimentary T-shirts I got at Sitecore Symposium
and you've been
in
wearing those
2017
for a long time.
Well, I do. Well, the jeans. These are those kind of fancy jeans
That you don't wash.
The nicer jeans you get, they tell you not to wash them. Now I have washed these, and I'm going to wash them again. Yes, the West Edmonton Wall. That's the one we're talking about.
Yes, Edmonton. So I just have to say did I already say this when we talked about Singapore once? So I lived there as a kid and I said to Jake, you've got to go see Raffles Hotel. It's, really famous. And obviously it's from the days of, sort of all the expats.
It was right next to where I was.
I know, but what was so funny about it was it's this big in comparison to now the hotels around it that are this big, and they had kept the facade of it but sort of built all around it, which they did. There was a I know I've already mentioned this on the show, CK Tangs. I don't want to repeat myself because then I'm going to sound like a crazy old lady who doesn't...
But the Raffles was being renovated, so it's going to be brought back to some kind of...
Yeah, well, hopefully some kind of glory. It's just, it's just funny because it was classy and beautiful and, sort of slightly, obviously it's falling apart now. But anyway... it really can't compete with New Singapore. I mean, Singapore is unrecognizable to me, to the country that I went to.
It's basically kind of turned... It was awesome to be in Singapore and to be there for 6 days. We really got to walk around and have a sense of it. And I saw some amazing things at the museums that I went to there, and the public garden. It is quite also a destination, as a lot of these big Asian cities are, for shoppers. And so Singapore is connected by subterranean malls all over the place.
Bob had a Singapore sling at Raffles Hotel. Very nice, Bob. Very nice.
You did it. You
Yeah,
did it, Bob.
you did it.
You did it, Bob. One of the problems.
Are you uncomfortable? You want to swap?
Well,
or
one
do
of
I
the
need to
problems
get you
of being
something?
over here is I can't reach.
Yeah,
any of
I'm
the-
fucking in charge. What do you want?
Yeah, well,
you have to go.
tomorrow-
I'm the gatekeeper. What do you want?
Tomorrow I'm going to put this chair over there, and you can be over here, because tomorrow's happy hour is going to be off the hook. I just burped.
Yeah, you just burnt. I could have leaned over and got you a book. Oh, he doesn't trust me to get the
No,
right
I
book.
do trust you.
Yeah,
do you want
I
to
do.
read a Wisdom of Our
No,
Fathers?
no, I don't
Do you
want to
wanna
have
have a little
I don't
read
want to have a blub on
today?
film, on camera today. No,
Well, I've got some ideas
unless you
for-
guys would like me to have a blub, we could.
We've got
you know,
some ideas for trips and campouts, and
we do, but we can't tell everybody because then everyone's going to go there before us.
everybody isn't here. If everybody
No,
was
I'm
here,
kidding.
it
I'm
would
kidding.
save us a lot of
Anza-
time. We could
we
just,
went to Anza-Borrega, you know, is it a state park or a national park, Anza-Borrega? It's where they have the bighorn sheep. It's down near San Diego and Julian and the Salton Sea, which is really fantastic if you want to go see where all the meth labs are in Southern California. But we got this fancy new big tent and we put it up, and they did say as we drove into the camping ground that there was a high wind advisory. So we're over with our friends John and Erica and Sadie, and we're having dinner, and these winds come in and our big fancy new tent just gets demolished by the wind. All the the poles that hold it in place just
oh yes, I can tell you that, Cole.
it just took a great big, it took a fart and it was over. It did
It was a giant. Okay.
but that's about how long it takes for a tent
You
to be
just gotta go
demolished.
1, 2.
I know, but I
yeah,
was
okay,
doing
I
the
get
whole
it.
tent being demolished
Yep.
in the wind. That was
Yeah.
a wind.
Yeah,
you
no,
know, I
it
thought
was
it was
great.
kind of good. I mean,
Loved
if
it.
I just gone
Loved
short,
it.
you wouldn't have
Terrific.
got that. You know,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, come on, man. I mean,
Yeah, it
I'm
was
going
great.
for comic effect, and I'm state park. Thank you, Jeff. What would we do without the smart people telling us what's up? Shut up! I shut up! I shut up! There it is.
So it was
I'm
a
not
giant.
talking.
Yeah, you are though. It was a
Oh God! All right.
it was a giant Coleman tent, and it had the aluminum tubes that held it up were hollow, and the wind just creased them right up. Are you putting on a disguise? Yeah, party down. You're raving it out.
Yeah, I'm a deep disguise,
Yeah.
everybody. Happy Thursday to us. Yes.
2 women, a Russian and an Austrian, have given birth to 69 children.
Ugh.
Neither woman ever gave birth to less than 2 children in one confinement.
Oh God, yuck.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that's terrible. My mother had I have twin brothers, so I know what it. I've seen a very big pregnant lady with twins.
Yeah, well, 69 children is roughly 35 sets of twins.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Is it 30? Yes.
30. Yeah. 34. So, my mum, she had 14 pounds of baby in there. And, it's not just the baby. They were 7 pounds each, pretty good size for twins. But
There's a lot of baby support system.
Yeah,
in
there's
there.
a lot of, exactly. You've got your,
You got
yeah.
your placenta?
Yeah, you got your placenta, you've got your, all the fluids that need to be in there. Anyway, I just can't even imagine having that many babies. Oh, I feel bad for those ladies. Can you imagine? Ladies on the chat, let's not talk about no, though actually I was reading in the New York Times yesterday, or maybe it was another newspaper, these women who are doing this thing now, sort of going around, they're writing books and they're also holding conferences. I can't keep these things on, they're making me go nuts.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
And they are talking about, what, the truth about what happens to your body after you have babies, and how we need to stop, pretending that it's, easier than it is. Because that's just not doing other ladies, or men probably, it's doing everybody a disservice. Okay, that was a PSA from me. That was my public service announcement for today.
Let's have your temperature.
Oh, yep, we're
98 on the button.
On the dot.
Where am I?
God, it's lying. 97.3. Okay, take mine again. Just do mine again, because it's really weird how it used to.
98.6.
Yeah, see, hello. I'm just not a fan of...
97.5.
Yeah, you changed.
I went to a place last night where they took my temperature to get into the restaurant, and it was 92 something. It was just ridiculous. Like, there's no way that's right.
Oh, that's so crazy. So there was a thing today on Twitter talking about how 10 to 15% of the new COVID cases in California have all been linked back to people eating out at restaurants. And I retweeted, it was like, yeah, no bullshit.
Well, you have to go somewhere to be around people to get it, and that's the only place where you can go to get it. You know, there's very few shops where you can go shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be the places where people go. How are you? You
Good.
all right now?
I'm good. Yeah.
seem
And they take
giant. I
their
gotta
masks off. I am giant, lady. I am Amazon lady. Scott Williams just made a picture of Octomom. Oh my God. It made me.
No. You're talking about multiple births, and so
Yes, she
he's
had-
saying you made him picture the Octomom.
Oh.
You're
yes.
checking to verify that that's what he said. That is what
Yeah.
he said.
I can't read.
I read it earlier while you were talking.
So she looked. I mean, that was ridiculous. That she was so enormous. And did she turn out to be Angelina Jolie? You know, number two.
Angelina Jolie.
Did I what I call her?
Angie
Angelina Jolie. You know what I mean.
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Angie.
Jolie. Who has 8 babies?
Eric
but
says
she didn't
years
have them
ago
all
he
at
was
once.
standing next to me at adjoining urinals before the show in St. Louis, and almost said, "Have a good show," but I thought that might be too weird for him. He had long hair then and was wearing a bright orange shirt. I do remember having a bright orange shirt and long hair, so that's a good sign for me.
And
But
you're glad that he didn't say have a good show when you were standing at the urinal? Are you?
I don't know. I was in a stall one time and a guy started trying to talk to me. I mean, I was having a...
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Oh,
what
my
you do in
God.
a stall, Jerry. You don't have to spell it out. Lady Jerry's pretty quick with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. If your body temperature falls below 95, you get hypothermia. That's what Don says.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right. Bob says, at least he didn't say that's a handful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's...
I'd be embarrassed for you
What
now.
are you working with there, bro? That's not good.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that kind of nonsense.
All right.
Okay, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. I'm back. I just came in the door, gave you a kiss, and came right in and turned the...
He did. I was
the
kind
show
of, I
machine
was
on.
sort of amazed, yes. And then I had
I'm
to have my
dedicated. I've missed
debriefing
everyone.
from
I've had a
Fanula.
couple of days off. I was going to talk about my gig. It was nice to be working, but it's good to be home. And it's also weird to be working because even though it was virtual, the presenters, not even all the presenters were in one place. So I was there with a few people, but it was just we're in funny times now, as we all know. I'll work my thoughts out. And maybe I can share them tomorrow.
We could have a debrief on that. Yeah, because you
at
only,
the cast party.
Yeah, you only just got out of the car,
Yeah.
really. So Sue had a boss. He used to follow me into the washroom and then
I think
try
it
to.
would be a lady. You're
I know.
assuming that the boss is a man.
I know. This is. I've read this all through. So Sue wrote he, but she meant to write she. So then you read it and you go, he followed me into the washroom and then tried to conduct business while I was in the store. She would just stand outside and talk to me. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a bloke, it was a lady. So it started out, even creepier than it was. It's still creepy, Sue, and your boss still should not have done it. You should be able to have a pee in private and with some peace.
Right.
So I'm glad you don't have that boss anymore. And thanks for intervening to tell me where I could have been going. That was really great. I mean,
Yeah.
He
Nice.
thinks that I really just only pay half attention to, everything and that I'm completely winging it. And that's just not true.
All right. Jen is saying they were lost on the Facebook page without me. Well, you do have the Facebook. Facebook still exists when we're not here, but that is sweet of you to say that. Thanks.
It's not
Jen.
as good when you're
Yeah.
not here. Facebook, I mean, it's a bit
Ouija
boring.
says he heard a story once about two wet men in a washroom. One was wearing a hidden Bluetooth earpiece. Was on a call. When the second person walked up to the urinal, the first guy says to the person on the phone, "So you want to go out?" Oh, that's funny. When I see people talking on the phone in the men's room, want to ask them out loud enough for the person on the other end to hear, like, do they know you're in a toilet right now? You're in a toilet.
Well, maybe they can hear you peeing into the urinal. It's not
Do
exactly
they know
that
you're
quiet.
handling your junk?
Well, you should actually see. Yeah, you should.
Don't talk on the phone in the toilet. That's probably the best way to say what I mean.
Mm.
Don't talk on the phone in the toilet. Please. All right, here we go. Today seize the day. Thank you, Rachel, and you bashing your way out of a corn maze.
We love that.
That's my
our new
moment. That's
visual.
my moment of zen for today. Today's seize the day is
I won't.
from Bob Marley, who once, after a giant Mexican dinner, said, but he's not as known for that as maybe this next one. Bob Marley, you just can't live that negative way. You know what I mean? Make way for the positive day, because it's a new day. Bob was really, I think maybe
Okay.
just a little
Was
lit
he
up.
stoned when he did
You
this
just
one?
can't
Yeah.
live that negative way. You know what I mean? Make way for the positive day, because it's a new day. It's a new day. The positive day. Today's a positive day. It's a new positive day. You can't live that negative way. Don't be negative. Don't be negative the way you are on a negative day. Cause
Is that what you like when you stoned?
It's a new day. Well, that's maybe a bit drunk.
That's
I'm not
it.
really. I'm not trying. I'm trying not to culturally appropriate some kind of Jamaican
kind of
accent.
thing.
I'm just trying to capture the general zeitgeist of where Bob was working on. Anyway, don't be that negative way. Be the. It's a positive day. It's a new day. Positive. Be positive. Positive, not negative. Positive. It's the other side of the battery, mate. All right.
Bye.
Don't give up. There'll be plenty of time.